the hockey stream on episode 426 of the VIG Lounge, where this time the Pittsburgh Penguins travel to Canada's team, as anyone from Toronto will tell you, to take on the Leafs at Air Canada Centre. Or sorry, Scotiabank Arena. What am I doing? I can read it right there. I'm just so used to Air Canada Centre for some reason. Either way, I may not get the rink name right initially, but let's see if the Penguins can continue their winning ways after their thrilling win over the Jets in Winnipeg, or will they be taken down by the Toronto Maple Leafs? There's only one way to find out. But before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right in to the Penguins and Leafs here on the VIG Lounge. Crosby and Matthews to meet at center, and Matthews wins the opening draw. Nylander coming down the left wing. Couple of saves there from Jari. One off of Nylander, and then Penguins getting into the Leaf zone, but I think this is going to be an icing call. And it is. There's a look at the Leafs bench. Chant already of "Go Leafs Go," because there's an offensive zone draw in the Penguin zone. We'll get to the Penguins. Let's go. We'll get a "Let's Go" Pens chant eventually. Here comes Crosby. This might start it here. Crosby turning, shooting, and a pad save as the Penguins get their first shot on goal. Thrown aside by the Leafs netminder. Now it's up to Rust. Brian Rust drifts into the circle, shoots, and save made by Stolars. Just heard Disturbed as this game started, and now I'm hearing the instrumental of the song as well. Another draw won by the Leafs, this time in their own zone. Giving it away, though, to Mantha, and a pad save by Anthony Stolars. Malkin tried to get it back. Passed out to the blue line, and that goes off the pad of Stolars to the corner. Jake McCabe collects it for Toronto. Now to Nick Waugh, the former Vegas Golden Knight. Came over in the offseason as Mitch Marner went the other way. John Tavares gets it to Domi, and he scores. No chance for Jari on that one, although I feel that Domi may have pushed the pad. But be that as it may, we do have ourselves a goal. And the Toronto Maple Leafs have the opening goal of this game on their fourth shot. Pittsburgh has 4 shots as well. Starting off the same way as the Jets game did. And that pass eludes McGroarty, and we have ourselves another icing call. 12:45 to go. Now we're highlighting Scott Laughton for some reason. Like I say, they're giving out zone abilities to everybody this year. Don't think Scott Laughton ever had one before, and I can't understand why he would have one now, but be that as it may. There are Penguins with zone abilities that I don't understand either, so. Leafs are keeping the third line of the Penguins hemmed in. Brunet gets it up and carried in on the right wing side by Tommy Novak. Leading scorer for the Penguins lets the shot go, and Stolars makes the save and gets the whistle. 11 minutes to go as we highlight somebody that actually makes sense for the Leafs now. Austin Matthews to take the draw against Crosby. And the Leafs, of course, win the draw because the Penguins can't win a single one with this blind guy who, bless his heart, tries, but is just not good on the draws. Pass given away to Brandon Carlo, former Bruin. And another go, Leafs go, as the physicality ramps up for the Leafs. Sidney Crosby flings one, pad save by Stolarz. Now it's given away to Rust. Rust off the pad, rebound, put it wide. What a chance by Brian Rust. There's the Let's Go Pens chant. It's whoever's in the offensive zone. That's who the crowd's going to cheer for. Bruin. And I'm sure the Leafs are only being cheered for right now because they're not doing that well, because the Jays, unfortunately, did not win the World Series. Came close, but the Dodgers wanted an extra time. Brazeau lost the puck. Now it's carried in by Carlson. He lets it go. The rebound's there. They couldn't get it to go behind Stolarz as well. Back out to the blue line. Scores! Justin Brazeau tips the goal and ties it at 1. That shot from the blue line from Parker Wotherspoon got tipped in front by big Justin Brazeau, and just like that, we're tied at 1. And even though the Leafs aren't behind, you can hear a bit of a silence in the crowd here at Scotiabank Center. Battle for it along the wall. Collected by the goal scorer Brazeau, then lost courtesy of Chris Tanev. Jake McCabe gives it away to Ryan Shea, who finds Brazeau. And then that pass is given away, as the Penguins are having a hard time getting it out. Now Justin Brazeau will do just that. And he fires one, but it got blocked before it could get there and went behind the net. Gathered by Chris Tanev. Dakota Joshua, former Vancouver Canuck, dumps it in to the Penguin zone. Nice stretch pass up to Kindle. Kindle got knocked off the stick, got it back, got a shot away. And there's another save, chalked up for Anthony Stolarz. Save made by Jari. Now up the right side to Kindle. Kindle fires one. The rebound's there, and it's denied by Stolarz, who makes the save with 0.2 seconds to go here in the opening period. Was kind of concerned seeing a Penguin and the ref, but we're good. Game's tied at 1 after 1. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 13-9, favoring Pittsburgh. Hits, 11-3, also in favor of Pittsburgh. That's a pretty big disparity. Faceoffs. What? I won a draw. It should be 8-1, not 8-0. I mean, the Leafs are dominating in the draw. I'll give them that. But I should have at least won one faceoff. I won a faceoff. I know I did. But whatever. Apparently the game realizes that I suck at draws, so it won't give me credit even when I win them, but that's fine. No penalties to speak of in that period. Maybe that'll change in period 2. We will have to wait and see. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Who will break the tie in the second? Let's find out. Another draw won by the Leafs. Penguins look to get it into the zone. Blocked off by the Leafs defense. Pass across. And up the middle to Rust. Then tried to get it to the right wing side. That got picked off by Toronto. And dumped right back into the Penguin zone. Another hit. Now Crosby's got it. Ref's in the way. Crosby looking for a lane. He found one, and it's denied by Stolarz. Ref has it on the backhand, and I do not score! The Wizard of Cross waves the magic wand, and the Penguins have a 2-1 lead. And I like that his totals are actually pretty much on par with where they are in real life. That's his 10th goal, and he has 9 right now. So maybe he will score against Toronto. We'll see. What a beautiful goal. No chance for Stolarz as he was down, and Crosby popped in the rebound. Up for his 10th goal of the year, and the Penguins have a lead on their 15th shot. Now up the right wing side to Anthony Mantha. Carried in as the Penguins are looking for more. Mantha, rebound from Malkin, wouldn't go. And there's a penalty. I mean, oh, okay. Is that goalie interference? Yeah. Former Leaf for a brief period, Connor Dewar lost the draw because of course he did. Long drive handled by Jarry. The rebound for Nick Waugh. Wearing number 55 for the Leafs. And on a fluky rebound goal, Jarry had no chance on that one. We're tied at 2. Courtesy of a power play goal from Nick Waugh. And Nick Waugh's got 5 on the year. Nice for him. 15:51 to go. And look, there we go. You saw it. Tommy Novak won a draw, so I should have a 1 on the board. Kindle on the backhand scores! Stolarz had a tough time reading that one as Ben Kindle restores the Penguins' lead. You score a goal, I score a goal, honey. My goodness. Hopefully this will slow down a little bit. Novak wins the second draw. Gets the Kindle. He shoots. Rebound. Denied. As Kindle's got 5 on the year now. Courtesy of that hat trick in the game against Philadelphia. Which I wish happened IRL, but that's beside the point. Tried to pass it back to Kindle, and then the pass got picked off. McGroarty hanging on. Gets it now to Harrison Brunick. Brunick flings one, and Stolarz has it. He'll hang on. 12-11 to go. Pittsburgh with a 3-2 lead, courtesy of Ben Kindle, as we highlight Tristan Jarry and Anthony Stolarz in this goaltending duel tonight. Back to Carlson on another 1 draw, this time by Malkin. Kept in by the Penguins, then knocked off the stick. Leafs get it, Nick Robertson. To Dakota Joshua and down. Now regathered by Parker Wotherspoon. Mantha. Penguins having a real hard time getting the puck out of the zone again. Now they will up the right wing side to Anthony Mantha. Who is a natural rendering, shoots, and a pad save by Stolars. Anthony Matha with a huge hit. Back out to the blue line for Carlson. Carlson trying to walk his way in, but couldn't get around everybody. Jake McCabe looked to carry it in, then lost it. Tried to get it to Russ, but Crosby will do just fine. Crosby tucks it in around. Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to go in, but Stolars made the save and handled the rebound with 7:33 to go. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Highlight Anthony Stolars. There were some great saves. Now a Go Leafs Go chant, trying to get the Maple Leafs back in it, even though they're only down by 1. Back to our regularly scheduled draw run by the Leafs in their own zone. Oh, that pass could have been dangerous, but it did work out in the end. Pass now up to Raquel, back to Crosby! And Crosby lets one rip, which Stolars handles and gets a whistle for. .6:22 to go here in the second period. Pittsburgh lost the draw, but has a 1-goal lead. Courtesy of Ben Kindle. Carried in now by Sidney Crosby. Has a goal tonight as well. And here we go, another Leafs power play for what exactly, I don't know. Another interference call, this time on Crosby. I mean, come on, that wasn't much. Like, yeah, okay. He bumped him in the back, like with his backside, you know, with his shoulder backward. But the ball was delayed, and, I mean, come on. Hopefully this penalty kill will go better for the Penguins this time around. One draw will help. And Brudick clears. Well, tried to get it down the wall. Surprised that was an interference on Caleb Jones, or boarding, but be that as it may. Jones looking for a chance, short-handed, pad save for Stolars. Now Tomasito lets one go. Uh-oh. In alone is Nick Robertson, saved by Jari, his best of the night by far. And Connor Dewar will now get a clear. Pass got picked off. Did get to the Penguin zone, but Brudick will pass it to Jones, and then he'll get set right back down again. Saved by Jari. 25 seconds to go on the Leafs man advantage. 3:02 remaining in the second. Pittsburgh still has a 1-goal lead. As we highlight a pad save by Anthony Stolars. Draw one this time by Novak. Or by the Leafs, excuse me. But the puck is taken away by Novak, and now to Rust. Brian Rust. Got a shot away, and I'm not sure if Stolars got a piece of that, or if it got blocked by the Leafs defense. Pass across to Crosby. Then Crosby got it back. Crosby, drift, shoot, scores! 87th heaven as the Penguins increase the lead to 2. And Crosby's got his 11th of the year and 2nd of the night. And there's Russ just there for the rebound, just in case, but was not needed. Oh, and of course I gotta fix the camera. Lovely. Only works when it wants to, I swear. Rust into the drive. Crosby on the backhand, turned aside. Now Steven Loretz wrote in his yearbook that he wanted to be a Maple Leaf, and now he is, and a goal for Sammy Blais. And the Leafs are within one. I don't know how that went in exactly, but .39 seconds left. Pittsburgh with a 4-3 lead. Hopefully trying to maintain that. Carried in now by Mantha. Mantha shoots, scores! Oh, Anthony Mantha! Oh, Anthony Mantha! And just like that, the Penguins have their second 2-goal lead. And it really is the hockey equivalent of a rock'em sock'em robot game, as there's a punch, then a counter punch, then another punch, and a counter punch. 5-3 Pittsburgh with 3.4 to go here in the second. And that'll do it for two. Pittsburgh once again leads at 5-3. As I'll have to fix the camera and then give you guys the stats. Anthony Mantha, latest goal for the Penguins as they carry in a 2-goal lead to the second intermission. All right, let's see if we can get the camera up and running again. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what happens with that camera. It does have a mind of its own sometimes. All right. Shots on goal, 28-16 favoring the Penguins. Hits, 25-15 in Pittsburgh's favor as well. We got 5 face-off wins there. Maybe it actually counted the one from the first period. I'm not sure. Toronto's had 2 power plays there, 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Pittsburgh has yet to generate one. Conspiracy? No, I'm just joking. Let's see if the Penguins can close this one out here in the third, or will Toronto tie things up and make it interesting? Will we have overtime for back-to-back games? Let's find out. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Let's see how this third period plays out, shall we? Draw one by the Leafs to start the period, because of course it is. Battle for it, fed across. Now up to Rust. Off the pass from Crosby. Rust shoots, rebound, Crosby scores! It's a hat trick for the captain! And the Penguins have increased their lead to 3! And it all started from Brian Rust driving to the net. He let a shot go, and the rebound was there for Crosby. And I mean, maybe there was contact from Rust. I'll learn about his fair play, because I know I was upset about the goal from Max Domi, but either way, if they're not going to call it one way, they just shouldn't call it the other way, and I'm glad they didn't. But I will admit it, that goal probably shouldn't have counted. Oh, and look at that knockdown, and Will Nye, the scoring guy, got the Leafs to within 2. Apparently that's all he's got to do is hit somebody and then shoot the puck. All right, it's 6-4. Crosby wins the draw. Nice, knocked off the puck. Collected by Rust. Tried to find Crosby, but instead found Raquel. And Raquel on the backhand, couldn't get the shot off. Crosby's got it. Shot turned aside by Stolars. Here's Nick Robertson, who has a goal for Toronto tonight. Nice passing play, but a good save by Jarry. Not his best night in the pipe, in between the pipes, but he has made some saves when he's had to. Mantha with a shot. And Stolars able to easily handle that as it was disrupted on the way to the goal. 14:34 to go. There's a look at Ben Kindle, who's had some chances tonight and thankfully converted on one of them. And there it is. 20.8 shooting percentage. Ooh, hot dogs. Draw one this time by Malkin. Got it to Letang and then to Shea, but Pittsburgh has to retreat, otherwise they would have been offside. Shea goes around the net. Beautiful pass up to Malkin. Malkin puts the brakes on. Trying to find some space, then lost the puck. Now Tavares. That shot went on Jarry. I'm surprised it didn't go into the net. Oh, there it is. Nick Law with his second. As the Penguins just couldn't clear. And the grind line for the Leafs has 2 goals off the stick of Nick Law. And it's 6-5. So, if you're a fan, you'll love the score. If you're a coach, not so much. Up the right wing side now to Kindle. Kindle with a drive to the net and he scores! Having fun as number 81, Ben Kindle, with his second goal of the game and 6th on the season. Pittsburgh's got another 2-goal lead with 11:16 to go. But with the way this game's gone, I would not count out the Leafs. How there's no penalty on that when I heard a lot of Penguins hitting the deck is beyond me. The refs love the Leafs, I suppose. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't go in. Pass got picked off by Kindle. Tried to get it to McGroarty, and then it was picked off. Bobby McMahon looks to carry in. Puck's carried in now by Novak. He'll shoot! Tomasino. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty. I really thought it was going to be. And Jarry forced to hang on. 7:43 to go. There's the Leafs schedule, which I'm not interested in. If you guys are, fantastic. But you won't be seeing it here. Draw one by the Leafs in the offensive zone. And the Penguins look to get it out. And they will. Russ disrupted a little bit. Got the puck back, though. And the puck settled down now. Raquel tried to set up some space for himself and lost it off of Nick Robertson. Save Jarry. It's kind of nice to be in a game where Jarry's given up 5 goals and you're on the winning side. Because this was not a good night in net for either netminder, to be fair. Defense not apply. Pass across to Carlson. Now up to Crosby. Crosby drifts in. He tries to get a shot away, and it got blocked. Off the stick of Jake McCabe. Now to Nick Waugh. He's got 2 goals tonight. Ryan Shea. Back in his own zone. Stretch pass on the right wing side up to Raquel. Raquel shoots. And back out to the blue line for Letang, but it got picked off by Domi. Domi will send it into the Penguin zone. Ryan Shea. Pass finally got across to Justin Brazeau, who has a goal tonight as well. Puck settled down by Mantha, who has a goal too from the second line. But nobody will get it on that exchange. Oh, yeah, that was actually a warranted penalty. Chris Letang with the interference call. But I'll agree, that was interference. The pass got picked off. Puck sent all the way around. And it's going to be cleared all the way down by the Penguins' defense. Shot deflects to the corner. And here's a Go Leafs Go chant as Toronto tries to get themselves back into this game. Knocked off of Dewar's stick. Penguins trying to get it out, but it looks like they'll be hemmed in, but they won't give up another goal as the Penguins hang on to win a wild one. 7-5 against the Leafs here on the VIG Lounge and streaming IRL on Amazon Prime. I'm not promoting them, I'm just stating a fact. So don't forget, this doesn't air on your traditional market in Canada, as it is Prime Monday Night Hockey. But Sidney Crosby with 3, Ben Kindle with 2, and a goal from Anthony Mantha and Justin Brazeau gives the Penguins a huge 7-5 win over the Leafs. Let's take one last look at the stats before we wrap things up. Shots on goal, 36-29, favoring the Penguins. Hits, 31-29, very close, but also in Pittsburgh's favor. And the Leafs more than double the Penguins in faceoffs, but who am I kidding? I'm never going to be good at these draws. I just know it. But what matters most is the Penguins got themselves another huge win, 7 goals at even strength, and held on to win an absolutely goal-fueled mayhem of a game, 7-5 over the Leafs. Thank you all for tuning into this episode of the VIG Lounge. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer, 1987. Until next time, I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a marvelous Monday, everybody.